all to imagine that there is a line drawn down the center of this room, separating this half from the other. And I also want you to imagine that there's a large storm coming for Boise and flooding is expected. Now, if I told you everyone on this side of the room, your homes are going to be fine, but everyone over here, I'm sorry, your homes are going to be flooded, would you all believe me? The answer to this question is probably different for every single one of you, based on your knowledge, beliefs, experiences with floods. However, the answer for me and the answer for many people is no. And that's because of events like Hurricane Harvey, where over half the flood damage that occurred was outside of the designated flood zone. And this amounted to $125 billion worth of damage, according to NOAA, or the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And this is not an isolated event. That's because oftentimes these floodplain maps are inaccurate due to outdated topographic data, their lack of reflection of climate change, and their political nature. And this leaves communities vulnerable and unaware of their true flood risk. However, there is a solution to this, and that is to update the topographic data that communities have access to. One technology being used for this is LiDAR, which stands for Light Detection and Ranging. And it's a laser-based survey tool that accurately depicts a detailed map of the Earth's surface. However, this technology is not widely used in Idaho. Only 17% of the state is mapped with this back in 2018. My work dives into the human dimension side of adopting this technology. I wonder what drives a decision maker like a floodplain administrator or an elected official to want to adopt this technology. 3 areas that I think play a significant role in this are risk perception, peer influence, and structural barriers like lack of funding and lack of staffing. I was able to identify these areas based on the current literature as well as several semi-structured interviews that I conducted this past fall with flood risk managers throughout the state. The next step in my process is to conduct a survey to gather the necessary data to inform our educational outreach efforts with different flood risk managers throughout the state. If we are able to identify the drivers of technology adoption, then we could potentially help communities gain a line that they can trust to actually know their flood risk and promote resiliency in the future. Thank you.